Springboks overcome a very spirited effort by the Portuguese, winning 64-21 in Bloemfontein. Red cards, yellow cards, but that did not stop the Springboks from putting on an absolute show with 7 debutants. 5 of those debutants scoring tries on their first outing for the Springboks. How good. Great game. Good efforts from the Portuguese. A bit of South African pundit bias, which I'm definitely going to get into. It really pains me, man. Some South African pundits are so narrow-minded, so tunnel vision, can't see what's going on in front of them. And it bugs me a little bit. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the game. Before we do that, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this game. Who's your man of the match? Who played well? Who didn't? Hit that subscribe. Let's get into it. So we'll stay on the Springboks. Very frantic first 20 minutes. Pretty much all Portugal in the first 20 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you ask me, a lot of small errors from the Springboks. And I'm going to talk about the yellow card first up. So that happened in the first 2 minutes. So yellow card to Esterhuizen that then turned into a red card. Man, when they showed the slow-mo, they showed it and they said yellow card, and the ref said yellow card to then go to a further review. I thought that was lucky enough. I thought it was a straight red card, head-on-head collision. Andre Esterhuizen did not duck his height at all. It's not up to the ball carrier to duck their height or change height. It's up to the tackler, the defender, to change his height going into the tackle. And Andre, it was a head-on-head clash. He might have dipped like 2 centimeters, if that. That's not my problem. Things happen, spur of the moment. A lot riding on this. Like Esterhuizen is gunning for a 12 jumper. He's going in hard. I'm never against the players when stuff like this happens. What bugs me with this is someone like Victor Matfield saying that did not see a head clutch. He thought a yellow card was overboard, was too much. He said that when it happened, and I thought, okay, maybe he hasn't seen much of it. He was on the sideline and reporting from the sideline, so yeah, maybe not seen anything. Then I watched the halftime review, and he was still adamant that a yellow card was too much, turned into a red card, was way overboard. He did not see a head clash at all. It's play on with his... And it really bugs me. And it might only be Victor Matfield, but man, just the bias that some of these pundits have for their own country. And I get it. Yes, he's played over 100 games for the Springboks. I get it to a point, but surely you have to look at things from an outer's perspective and give a proper opinion on what you think. Like if you think that that's not a yellow card or red card offense, you need glasses or something, mate. How are you not seeing that head-on-head clash? No dipping his body height at all. Very dangerous. And it's a red card. I was surprised he didn't get a straight red card. It's just the bias that some of these pundits have that it really bugs me. It really bugs me. Like, yes, I'm all for you need to back your country to the dying days, but surely you'll see, like some points you're like, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's a good call. Or when the games happen and something happens in the game, you're like, yeah, man, it is what it is. We lost. Move on. Let's go again. But it's just the diehard backing your own opinion, even if you know it's wrong. You're just going to deny, or lie until fucking the end. And it kills me, man. It kills me. It's painful. It really is painful. When he said like, I did not see a yellow card offense for that. I think that's overboard. Brother. Anyway, enough about that. I thought the defense for the Springboks in the first 5 minutes was on their line was unreal. Portugal had about 9 or 10 phases right on the line. They started on the 5-meter line and Springboks pushed them back to like the 22-meter line. Portugal ended up kicking the ball away. So that's really good defense there from the Springboks. after that first surgence of Portuguese energy, I think the Bokke did calm everything down and did convert opportunities into points. What I love about what Erge Snyman brings, his point of difference, is when he goes into contact, so big and rangy, he can always get a little offload going. And you've seen it when he comes off the bench, and now in this game as well. And he did it nicely for Jan Hendrik Wessels to score his first try, his try on debut. How good. An area of concern, I thought, with the Springboks, losing ball in contact. Ball getting ripped away a couple times in contact. So a player running with the ball in contact and then just getting the ball ripped out. Definitely something the Boks will look to improve, regardless of who was playing. Yes, it wasn't their first Springboks first team, but these are guys that any injuries come, these guys are up, and you want to be holding onto the ball, especially in contact. South Africa's maul, again, really, really good. It's such an attacking threat. It's always good to have a strong maul because you have so many options when you get that close to the line. And Buthelezi scores from a strong maul, and on debut as well. Fantastic. How good. Man, we talk about Kurtley Orance's try set up by Apelele Fassi. Fassi's growth as a player and as a fullback has been immense, man. Gone from strength to strength every game. He's attacking intent, but then he backs it up with execution as well. That little, goosey. I love when they eye out the opponent and goose them and take them on. Beats him on the outside, chip and chase, and Kurtley Orance finishes in the corner. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Faibu Ngomozulu did the exact same sort of style thing. But instead of the chip and chase at the end, he just offloaded to Mapimpi. That was beautiful, man. We'll get to that. I love to see the attacking intent all around from the Springboks. We kind of knew this was going to be the go for this game. Look to attack the ball, look to run it around. It was going to be a bit of a loose game because you don't know. Portugal aren't really that strong of an opposition, to be fair. But just the execution on a lot of the players were really good, and it was good to see as well. And even though it became loose a bit, there's a lot of throwing the ball around. It was good to see the basics were executed really well. Securing the ball, guys going over the ruck to secure that ball there, not just trying to wait for the offload or throw the magical pass. Like, the basics are still getting done, and it was really good to see. The yellow to Kurtley Orance. World Rugby is clamping down on the croc roll, and he got a yellow card in. The problem I have with this is the level, like the severity of the action given against the croc roll. So we saw last week when Kalen Doris almost pulled Malcolm Marx's knee off, falling on his knee, full weight on his knee, and the croc on. He got a yellow card. Kurtley Orance's one here missed the neck. So he fell off the neck and then kind of just fell. The guy fell back. There wasn't really much weight fallen on the lower leg. And he also got a yellow. So I just think that level of action given for what happened is not like, the level of severity there that doesn't match up for me. I thought Lucanio Arm was fantastic, just showing his class, hitting the ball, hit the ball up nicely, couple times getting over that vantage line, and then little line breaks as well. To his try, he scored in the corner there. Beautiful line break. Seeing what's in front of him, attacking the space, going through, and he does all of this while chewing gum. He's got to be up there with one of the best to ever do it. While chewing gum, man, fantastic. And his defense, really good as well. He played for most of the game playing inside and outside center because Andre Esterhuizen had been sent off. So he did really, really good there. It's good to see him back in the green and gold. And yeah, just good to see the attacking plays, like execution on attacking plays. Yes, regardless of the opposition, who it is, you still want to play your plays and then execute them well. And Springboks did this really well, even with one player less on the field. I thought Sasha Feinberg Ngomozulu, oh man, just come on again and showed his class. Kicked beautifully off the tee. Him seizing up what's in front of him, backing himself and then just attacking that. That time he got the ball at the back, squaring up that defender, looks at him and takes him on the outside. Little dummies, bust through, untouched, and then drawn pass and Mampimpi in at the corner. It's beautiful, man. It's love. I love when you see players see something, you can see it ticking over in their head, gun for it, back themselves, and break through, execute on what they were planning on doing, and seeing the reward from that. And he's been fantastic. Every opportunity he's got at international level for the Springboks, he's just gone level. He's made for it, man. He is made for it. And then good, man, fantastic. Good outing for the Springboks. Good to see all the debutants do really well. I thought BJ Dixon was fantastic. You can see why Rassie Erasmus has brought someone like him into the Springbok setup. All those jobs around the field that the commentators don't really talk about, that fans don't really see, that's not making the highlight reels. BJ Dixon is there doing that. It's making those cross-cover tackles, making the one-on-one tackles, hitting the rucks, being there at that support play. Like the engine on him, his work rate is through the roof, making turnovers, deserves the try that he got, man, just off the back of his work rate. So there was a few times Kurtley Arnason made a break. The first person there, BJ Dixon. And it's good to see the work rate. Someone like that can cover flank, cover lock. He's got the Franco Mostert, Peter Steph-Toy look about him. If they had a child, it would be BJ Dixon. Fantastic player. For Portugal, man, they were good. Portugal were good. I just love the growth of these minnow teams. Their growth in skill set, their growth in understanding the play, their growth in the players backing themselves and then executing on what they want to do. Really, really good. They turn defense on their own line into attack. Lovely. And Dos Santos goes the length of the field for that first try. It was a very soft carry from Evan Roos getting turned over. I did say the Springboks really struggled with losing ball in contact, and Portugal made them play with that. Because Portugal scored first, man. 7-0. Stop the clock. And then you have to give them credit, man. They tried their hearts out. They defended for all they could, attack whenever they could. They found lots of space on the edges, obviously attacking the space where South Africa got yellow and red cards. And they did that really well. Dos Santos scored his second try. Finding space on the edges. And that step, you can see him lining up. Sasha, wait for him to commit. Boom, off the right. It goes in the corner. And that'll be a highlight for him, man. Scoring 2 tries versus the number 1 team in the world. How good. And they're really good for them. They had a few silky players in the back line. Guys, like with skill set, I said, really good. Agility, really good. And good to see. Great for these minnow teams to play these bigger games. Like you saw Georgia play against the Wallabies. Portugal now playing against the Springboks. Really, really good to see. And I hope World Rugby just keep doing that. Let these teams play against the bigger teams. It's great for the growth of the game globally. And for these guys to play, mingle with these guys, the jersey swaps at the end of the game, really, really good. Good to see. Overall, good for the Springboks, I thought, for blooding all these debutants, letting these guys get a little bit of a feel of international rugby, and then great for Portugal as well. Scored 21 points against the best team in the world. That's good, man. That is good. And that's it. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. Who was your man of the match? Who did well? Who didn't? Hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.